Hi guys, I hope you're well. So I'm going to do a Babyliss Big Hair video today. I'm going to show you how I use it and the different looks that you can get from it and what I think really. Overall, I think it's a great hair tool. This has replaced my straighteners. I use it every single day. I really like the look it gives. It gives a little bit of volume. It gives a really nice shiny feel to my hair, and it allows you to kind of get a little bit of shape. I really don't like the poker straight look, and I like my hair to have some flicks, whether they're outwards or inwards, it depends how I feel, but I like my hair to have a tiny bit of shape, and you can really get this with this, and it's very easy to use. You just need to have probably 90% dry hair, 80 to 90% dry hair. My hair is actually quite damp at the moment. It looks dry, but it isn't. It feels damp. So yeah, I've just washed my hair and naturally dried it, so I can show you how best this works. But basically, all it is a heated brush with a rotating brush head. So the heat comes out like a hairdryer would. It sounds like a hairdryer, so it's going to be pretty noisy in this video, just to warn you. It has 2 heat settings and a cool down setting, and then depending on which heat setting you have, the brush rotates at a slower or a higher speed. And probably if you want to start, if you're just going to get used to using it, you want to use the slower speed and then move up to the higher speed. And you can rotate it either left or right as well, so you can flick it outwards or you can flick your hair under. So I'm going to show you how I use it. I think it's a great tool, and I've been using it, yeah, every single day. Like I said, at first I didn't really know the best way to use it, but I've kind of figured out a good routine with it. So I'll show you that. So basically you just want to section your hair off and give it a little bit of a brush through, because the brush bristles on this are very, very soft and they're not going to detangle any knots in your hair. Before adding any shape, I find that smoothing the hair and making it look shiny and kind of grasping all the hair follicles will get a much better finish. And the way I do that, or I have found to do that, is by using the rotation buttons and pressing the right hand button, which if you were going to flick it, would flick it outwards. And if you start this from the top and holding down that button, it will trap all the hairs, and if you slowly move it all the way down, you'll get a really nice straightened look from that. And I find if you just wanted to do that and not have any flicks, your hair would look really, really nice, because it just adds a really nice shine. Shine conditioning with ceramic plates, so your hair will be really, really nice and shiny, and the bristles on the brush help to get really good shine to your hair as well. So I'll just show you how I do that. Before I do any shaping, I do this to every piece of hair, just to make sure that it all looks straight and it's all in line. So I'm going to turn the heat on and press the right hand button, which rotates the brush. Starting from the top, just slowly pull it down, just straight, and this just traps all the hair, just makes it all look nice and glossy. And then basically, depending on how you want to do your hair, you just continue after you've done that. So what I'm going to do now is to curl my hair under. The way I do this is to put it on a full heat setting again, and you want to use the left hand button if you want to curl your hair under, which rotates the brush to the left. So basically, start the brush at halfway, mid-length to your hair, halfway down, and start the rotation and find the bottom of your hair, and I use my hand underneath to cup it, just so all the ends get rotated around the brush, and to make sure they're all trapped within the barrel of the brush. And then basically hold down the brush, the button as long or as high as you want to get the curl. It's quite difficult to explain, but basically the longer you hold the button, the more the brush will move upwards and grab your hair, so it can go right to the root of your hair. But if you wanted just to do halfway, then you'd stop obviously halfway and hold the brush. And the longer you hold the brush on the hair, because it's hot, the more shape you'll get from it. So you can just hold it in one place and not hold the button down, or you can hold it for a few seconds and then manually bring the brush down, or if you did get your hair trapped, which has happened to me, basically just press the opposite way button. So if you feel that you've held your button down a little bit longer and your hair's a bit trapped, it's running away with you, just press the other button and it will release the hair. So I'll just go through my hair and show you how I do the under curl. Put the heat on. Start the brush rotating and find the bottom of my hair. So I've let it go to halfway down or halfway up. Just hold it a few seconds and slowly bring it out. It just allows you to create a really nice soft curl. If you wanted to get that curl a little bit more curled, then go higher or do it again. You saw there my hair got a little bit stuck, so I just pressed the opposite way for a second. I just tapped the button and it released the hair. So that's the kind of curl you can get with this. Just a very, very soft curl, kind of a Kate Middleton look. Gives you that nice soft blow dried look. It's not overdone and just very relaxed, which I really, really like. If you want to get root volume with this, which I'll show you when I do the top layer, then you hold it very, very close to the roots. You take the curl right up to the roots and just hold it there for quite a long time and you'll get root lift. But this isn't going to give you major root lift. I find that heated rollers are much better for that. But don't expect that. If you were buying this thinking you'll get crazy huge hair, you probably won't, or I haven't found out how to do it on my hair. Maybe if you use mousses and things, which I don't use, you probably could get it a little bit bigger, but I just find that heated rollers are the best thing for getting giant hair and back combing and things. But this just adds a really nice, shiny, glossy, beautiful blow dried look and shape to the hair. So I'll do the other side of my hair, flicking it the other way, if that's a look you like. I like either way, to be honest, and depending on how I feel in the day, I do it either way. So I'm going to start again by just smoothing the hair down by pressing the right hand button and just take it straight through from top to length. Okay, so that definitely smooths out the hair, it straightens it, and it adds just a really nice shine to it. I'm going to go and flick it out, so I'm going to take half this section, actually I'll take a third, I'll split it into thirds because this half of my hair is much thicker, and I'm going to flick it out. So to flick it out you're going to use the right hand button, and you take it from the top and brush it all the way down and then cup it again but hold it the other way. So you just gently cup it underneath to keep the hair in the brush and then let it go. I may have to use a mirror because I can't really see what I'm doing, but you just do it as long as you want until you get the flip as big as you want it. I just kind of play around with it. That's flipping the other way. So this way is turned inwards and the other way is turned the other way. But the longer you hold it, you can get more of a flick depending on how you like it. So my hair is looking a little bit more glossy and groomed, I guess. This brush, yeah, is just really good for getting a groomed look. It isn't the best for getting a mega huge hair look or curls if you're going to look for curls. It just gives you a nice amount of shape and a groomed look. So I'm going to work my way through my hair the way I would do it, and I'll come back to you after that. Okay, so now I've reached the root of my hair. I've just quickly done the ends and the mid-lengths, but I'm going to get to the top, so it means that you can create more volume on the root if you wish. It's not going to create, like I said, crazy amount of volume, but you can get pretty big volume with this if you hold the brush at the top. So if you could see in my fast forwarded video, I kind of almost tease the brush against the rotation, so you almost pull it against it, and that allows you to get the same kind of look that a hairdresser would. Instead of just letting it take the hair all the way up and leave it like that, if you kind of play around with it and bounce it against the rotation, then you get a really nice kind of bigger look, I find. So I'll start with the top again. So I'm going to smooth it out. And then I'm going to flip it under and hold it at the root. You can turn the brush off and just hold it for a little bit longer because the heat will still be in the brush because of its ceramic plates, and then you can gently let it go. So basically you just keep going and playing around with the hair until you get the finish you like. As you can see, it is quite big and bouncy. I've got a bit of root lift, but not too much. It really adds body to the hair. I think it makes the hair look thicker rather than giving the root volume, but it makes the rest of your hair look really voluminous and just adds that really nice curl and flick to it and shape. Makes it look really, really healthy and nice and groomed, but without being too groomed, if you know what I mean. So I'll just do the other side of my hair quickly. That's it, guys. It doesn't take too long. I think it probably takes me about 5 or 6 minutes in the morning. I just grab pieces, not as easily as I did then. I just grab bits and just kind of play around with it. You can get as much as much flick depending on hold or speed as you like. You can create, you know, if it goes a little bit wrong, you can just turn it around and do it the other way. I find it very, very easy to use. I think that you can make your hair look amazingly groomed really, really quickly within seconds and get a salon blow dry really easily yourself. I've never been able to use the round brush and hairdryer at the same time like hairdressers do, so I really think this is amazing and I'm so happy with it, and I will continue to use it probably every day over my straightener. So I hope this helped. I hope there were several tips in there you could maybe take out of this if you're finding this tricky to use, because the first few days I used it, I did make quite a mess of my hair and I got it tangled quite a few times, which I still do sometimes because I forget my fingers on the trigger, if you will. But basically just take your finger off as quick as possible if you find it running away with your hair, or press it the other way to let go of your hair. And that's what I find the solution is to that, because sometimes you do forget when you're doing all your hair, you just don't really think about it, you get carried away and you don't realise that your finger's on the button. So I hope this helped. I hope if you're thinking about buying the big hair that this convinced you to buy it, because I definitely think that if you have hair similar to mine, if it's a mid to long hair with kind of a fine texture but it's quite thick, then I think it would be perfect for you. I'm not sure if this is hot enough or strong enough to work on curlier hair because I don't have hair like that, but it is definitely good if you have similar hair to mine. So I will speak to you soon. Bye.